Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to English class. Please prepare your spelling booklet. Let's start. Number one, spell the word clue. Again, clue. Number two, spell the word context. Again, context. Number three, spell the word example. Again, example. Number four, spell the word understand. Again, understand. And last number five, spell the word hint. Again, hint. All right. If you are done, we will check it in our class during our time. All right? You may now listen to the discussion. For today's learning competency, infer the meaning of unfamiliar words using text clues. All right. Before we dive into today's exciting lesson, let's make a moment to jog our memories and recall what we discussed in our last meeting. Remember, kids, that learning is a journey and it's essential to build upon what we've already discovered. Now, who among my fantastic students or learners would like to step up and share their understanding? We're going to explore the borrower's card, a key element in our recent lesson. It's your chance to showcase your knowledge and contribute to our collective learning experience. So who's up for the challenge? Raise your hand and let's engage in our lively discussion together. Wow! Almost all of you. Very good, grade 5. Now, let's try to supply the correct information. All right, here is the example of the borrower's card. Remember, there is no such thing as a wrong answer, as long as you always remember what I have told you. Before you write anything into the form, read the instructions carefully. You might need to write it in a capitalized letter or big letters. Or perhaps it would ask you to write in a small letter or in small maliliit na titik. Alright? So again, remember to read the instructions carefully. Okay? So let's supply the borrower's card. Name. Write down your name, your full name. Let's say, for example, my name, Arnel A. De La Cruz. Grade in section. What's your grade and what's your section? Let's say, for example, grade 5 De La Cruz. Advisor. So you have to write here your advisor's name. So let's say, for example, I am your advisor, Arnel A. de la Cruz. And don't forget to input the correct mobile number or phone number, okay? So whenever there is an emergency, we can call you. So mobile number 0927-821-4297. And then your email address. If you do have an email address, let's say, for example, I am Arnel45 at gmail.com. And then if you will be going to borrow a book from the library, of course, you have to write here the date and then what's the book name or the title of the book. Let's say, for example, English, reading in English, or let's say, for example, pagbasa. And then the due, where did you lend this book, and then from what or when are you going to use the book? Due, okay? The date, the book title, and then the due. Okay, so right after borrowing the book, you have to return it to the library. Don't forget class, okay? I told you that when you borrow a thing, dapat ganun din yung pagbalik ng bagay na yon. Hindi gusot, maayos. Alright? Alright, so we've already done with this form, a borrower's card form. Now, let's understand. Our lesson for today is all about context clues. Context clues are words in the sentence that help you figure out the meaning of a difficult word that you do not know. There are ways to find out the meaning of a word, such as the use of compound words. But today, let's focus on context clues. Remember that knowing context clues is essential for grade 5 learners. It is because it helps you understand the difficult words, enjoy stories more, feel confident in your test or in speaking, and write better words and become a skilled word detectives. No? And then context clues help grade 5 pupils in their studies by making it easier to understand challenging words. Enjoy reading, feel more confident in tests, improve speaking and writing skills, and become like word detectives who can solve language mysteries. Okay, now let's have an example for you to be able to understand what context clues is. All right. So let's use the word because in a context clue. I have here a sentence, the context clue, and for you to understand it, I have here an explanation. So word is because. Sentence. The garden was thriving because of the rich soil and plentiful sunlight. Context clues. Of course, like what I've said, the word because is a big clue here. It tells us there's a reason or explanation coming up. So what's the reason? Because of the rich soil and plentiful sunlight. Here is the understanding. So the garden was thriving because, for the reason of the rich soil and plentiful sunlight. Okay? That's very easy to understand. All right? In this case, the word because is a strong signal that a reason or explanation is about to be given, helping grade 5 pupils understand why the garden was thriving. Okay, class? Did you get it? Very good. All right, let's have another example apart from because. Okay, so now let's use since in a context clue. The sentence is, the playground was closed for maintenance since the equipment needed repairs. So the context clue, the word since, is a clue here. All right? Since. It's like a sign saying, here comes the reason. So what's the reason? Since the equipment needed the repairs, so here is the understanding for you to really understand the since as the context clue. The playground was closed for maintenance since because the equipment needed repairs. Okay? That's why the playground was closed because it needs maintenance. All right? Or equipment needs a repair. Okay? So in this example, since is a context clue that points to the reason why the playground was closed. It helps you grade 5 pupils to connect the cause. The cause is equipment needing repairs to the effect the playground being closed. All right? It is more understandable now. So once again, since is used here as a context clue. All right. So let me give another example for you to be able to understand what context clues is. Now, let's use therefore in a context clue. So the sentence is, Sarah finished all her homework early. Therefore, she had a time to play her favorite video game. Okay, context clue here is the word therefore. Again, the context clue is therefore. Um, the word therefore is a clue that something is happening as a result. So it's like a signal saying, pay attention to what happens next. So what's the result? She had time to play her favorite video game. That's the result. Let's understand. Sarah finished all her homework early. Therefore, as a result, she had time to play her favorite video game. So here, class, in this example, therefore, helps the grade 5 pupils understand that because Sarah finished her homework early, the result is that she had time for her favorite video game. Do you understand, class? Very good. It's easy, right? Okay, once again, therefore is used here in a context clue. All right, let me give you another example. Let's use thus. I'm sorry. So let's use thus in a context clue. In the sentence, she practiced the piano every day. Thus, she became a skilled musician. Okay? So the context clue here is the word thus, a signal that something is happening as a result. It's like saying, look at the outcome. So what's the result? She became a skilled musician. Let's understand more. She practiced the piano every day. Thus, as a result, she became a skilled musician. So, in this example class, thus helps grade 5 pupils to understand that practicing the piano every day led to the result of becoming a skilled musician. All right. Again, the context clue here is thus. Okay? It's very easy, right? All right. So don't forget, class, that the importance of this context clue for you, grade 5 pupils, is that context clues are hints found within a sentence or a paragraph or on a passage that a reader can use to understand the meanings of new or unfamiliar words. No? Learning the meaning of a word through its use in a sentence or a paragraph is the most practical way to build vocabulary. Since a dictionary is not always available, no, grade 5, when reading a reader encounters an unknown word. So this is really helpful to every one of you, a context clue. Actually, a reader must be aware that many words have several possible meanings, and only by upon an appropriate definition to fit the context. So that's why we use this context clues. All right. So let me give you an advance of learning about context clue. Okay, this is all for you, grade 5. All right. Think of a context clues as word detectives, helpers. Okay, so let's use this in a synonym clue. Okay, again, I will be giving you an advanced study about context clue. Synonym clue. Sometimes there is a fancy word, but a friendlier word is nearby. Like saying the colossal. So alam niyo ba yung colossal? Meaning, in other word, or gigantic. Okay? Gigantic, like an elephant. The colossal elephant. The gigantic elephant or a huge, a malaking elepante. So here, colossal means the same as gigantic. So pretend words like a cool secret code. Sometimes there is a fancy code, right? So here, a colossal is just like big, fun way to say gigantic. It's like calling the elephant super duper huge. Okay? O sobrang laki. Alright? So let's use it in an antonym clue. So we're done with synonym clue. Let's use it in an antonym clue. When there is a shy girl and her outgoing brother, unlike, tells us she's not like her brother. So the word here, unlike, helps us know that the girl is a shy type. Okay? What's the word? Unlike. Imagine you have two friends, a shy one and an outgoing one. Now, if we say that shy friend is unlike, the outgoing friend, that's a clue. Unlike is like saying not like. So we know that, or so we know the shy friend is not as outgoing. No, she's a bit quiet and likes her own space. So unlike here is used for us to know that the girl is a shy or a shy type. Okay? So we're done with synonym or synonym clue, antonym clue. Now let's dive into definition clue. Imagine you are reading about a biology study or studying. Let's say the word um, entomology, so the science of insects. Um, Entomology is just like a cool word for a bad science. Okay, let's understand more. Close your eyes and picture a scientist reading about entomology, so the science of insects. Okay, again, when we talk about the entomology, the science of insects, whoa, entomology, it's just the super cool word for bad science. It's like saying I'm a bad scientist. Okay, so let's now proceed to example clue. If someone is good at various water sports, such as kayaking and swimming, those are examples of what they are good at. So sabi kasi dito, various water sports. Of course, we have to think of a various water sports. Like what I've said here, kayaking and swimming. So those are an examples of what they are good at. Or let me say I am good at kayaking and swimming. Then inference clue. Look at the dark clouds gathering. It's like nature's way of saying, hey, a storm might be on the way. You don't see the storm yet, but you can guess it's coming. Okay, let's understand more. Look outside. It's a bit mysterious. Dark clouds are gathering. It's like nature's way of whispering. Guess what? A storm might be on the way. You don't see the storm yet, but you can feel it in the air because siguro malamig yung simoy ng hangin. That's why it's like you seems that mayroong storm, or let's say for example it's the rain is coming. Okay, it's like the nature's way of saying, oh, the storm is coming. All right, so again, this is just an example of a context clues. All right, so once again, these 5 examples is for you to have an advanced study about context clues. All right, now I would like you to answer these 10 questions. All you have to do is to use the context word from the word bank to complete the sentences. Saan po isusulat, sir? Sa notebook. Write it neatly, okay? Ayoko na may mga erasures. We will check it during our English class. Okay. Saan kukunin ang sagot, sir? Diyan, sa box. I want you to supply the missing part of the sentence. Kailan natin i-check? During our English class. Alright, do you have any question or clarification? Okay, I will answer those during our English class. So for today class, thank you very much for listening. Okay, I have here a quote for every one of you. Every star shines a little differently. So don't forget, you all can shine in a different way. Thank you very much and have a good day. God bless everyone. Bye for now.